Hey, what's up everyone, this is TNG Street Rider here, and I am back with another Marvel Heroes preview. This time featuring Loki, the Trickster God. Okay, well, as you can see, the newest hero, I don't know if that's really appropriate, but the newest playable character in Marvel Heroes is Loki, the Trickster God. Loki is going to be arriving in patch 2.0, which will be available next week, depending on when you're watching this video. And he's actually, to date, probably the best hero or the best character they've put out. He's a lot of fun. His animation work is amazing. And I'll go ahead and show you his trees right now. He does have 3 trees. Which I can comfortably say all 3 trees right now are shaping up to be really good. The only one that may be a little bit weak is the middle tree, Sorcery. But anyway, his 3 trees are Giant's Blood, which is all ice-based attacks from his Frost Giant lineage. Sorcery, which is all Staff Blasts and Magic Circles, things like that. And his Mischief Tree, which is my personal favorite, is what I'm most heavily invested in. And that focuses on illusions and melee attacks, which is what I currently use. His signature power is Unyielding Power, which is really, it sounds cool, but it's not as cool looking as I would like. It basically just makes a giant frost circle around him, and he gets a temporary Frost Giant power up. And then his ultimate power, that sounds amazing, is he actually assumes a Frost Giant form and gets to destroy stuff. Again, can't get that stuff until level 52 because all heroes now follow the new path, I should say. So I do have him at level 32. I do not have a lot of cool stuff. Even his costume is fairly basic. Actually, it is basic. I didn't do anything to it. But he's still strong, more than powerful enough in his own right. I'm here at an AIM facility to show you guys a little bit of something new. Something that I haven't shown in a video yet, I don't think. And again, I'm just going to go over my build, what I use. Again, it is not the best build, it is not the preferred build, it's just what I use. I have his melee strike, which is Spatial Disruption. I like it because it creates illusions that fight with him for an extended amount of time, and they actually take aggro from him, so they kind of work as like a taunt, which is great. I have Lay Waste from the Sorcery tree. Does damage and does an extra 31% against enemies who have a negative condition on them. I have Bouncing Bolt, which is the skill I use to put a negative condition to get the bonus from Lay Waste. Really nice range stuff for when you're low on life. I have Illusionary Protection, which is a skill that instantly makes a illusion. I'll go ahead and show that. As you can see, the illusions, melee illusions look like his first costume. His ranged illusions, which you can get, I don't currently have them, but you can get them. They look like his classic costume with the horns and everything. Then right here on F I have Misdirection, which is actually teleport. It creates 1 illusion every 3 seconds, but it doesn't have a cooldown. It does have a little bit of a hefty cost, so you can't use it as much as you can use a teleportation like Deadpool's, but it works fine nonetheless for travel purposes, and it's pretty cool. It does put him in stealth as well. So yeah, there you go. You can disappear from sight. I do have my Unyielding Power, which I'll show you guys later. And I have from the Ice Giant tree, the only thing I really use is Frost Armor. Which, there you go, puts little ice spikes on them. Interesting animation. I more use it for the utility, not because it looks cool. And of course, I replaced one of my basic attacks with Meteoric Illusion. It makes an illusion and how cause it to crash down. Very cool stuff, does a lot of damage. Here we go. So you'll see right away I can create multiple illusions. The illusions will follow me around, they'll hit what I want, they'll even hit stuff I don't want. when I cast Meteoric Illusion, they all jump in the air and do splash damage to things around me. Really, really nice. They don't follow me too well over long spaces, but it's not a big deal because I can just make more. You see they do a ton of damage though. I mean, the damage is absolutely massive, which is nice because he's right on par with Thor right now, and he needed to be because Thor, arguably one of the best heroes in the game, is a god. I don't know, I think Loki is also a god. Of course, I know he's a god, I'm just kidding. But they should be the same power level, you know what I mean? Just because he gets beat around by the Hulk in a movie doesn't actually mean that he's not Loki the Trickster God, you know? It's not how it works. Not in the face. But as you can see, I'm not really taking much damage. The reason I use Frost Armor over the Arcane Armor is because it does have the little bit of lifesteal on it. It has a 0.5 lifesteal instead of the damage reflection or the projectile reflection, which I find to be more useful overall, especially at later levels when you get the lifesteal core, which most people will get, or at least they'll attempt to get it. But it's what looks cool. Works really well for me. I haven't had any problems with it. I take a beating if I actually get in a melee range, which I usually only get in a melee range on bosses. Other than that, I kind of let the illusions go crazy and destroy stuff. Very easy character to use. Like I said, you can actually play him in multiple ways. The only tree that's a little bit weak to kind of go all in on the tree, in my opinion, would be the sorcery tree. But even then, if you buff it up enough, you put enough points in there, it will be more than fine. You won't have to worry about grabbing too much from other trees. The sorcery tree and the frost giant tree put together are actually really strong because you get a lot of damage reduction, you get a lot of crowd control, and you get to stay at a nice range. You don't have to go in melee range like I do with my illusions tree. But I just like the illusion tree because it's hella fun. I mean, look at all the pets I get. I mean, they're not really pets. They don't last an infinite amount of time. They only last 8 seconds right now. That will go up to approximately 10 seconds the higher level I get. But they last for long enough. They all crit. They all do decent amounts of damage. I don't know. I'm enjoying him. He's a lot of fun. He makes up, in my opinion, for Luke Cage being a total letdown. Again, not everybody will agree with that statement, but Luke Cage is actually the only new hero that I don't own because I refuse to waste splinters on him and I refuse to pay money for him. So I did buy Squirrel Girl. She is awesome. I did pay money for her as well as I paid money for Emma, and I should have enough splinters now to get Loki for free, so that's going to be nice. He is going to be approximately a 400 point hero, or a 400 splinter hero. It's equivalent of $9. Like all noob heroes, he does have a pack that comes out. It's about $15. It comes with both heroes. I mean, it comes with the hero, both costumes, a bank slot, I believe, and then some other useless stuff like fortune cards and retcon devices, which you get like candy in this game, so it's not necessary. Personally, I just spend the $9. If I was buying a character, I don't ever actually buy the packs. That may change when they finally release Gambit, which he's supposed to be the next hero. But as of right now, I'm completely content with Loki. I think he's amazing. He may be my third character to get to the higher levels. Right now I have Human Torch and Iron Man, but Loki is he's up there in the fun department. He's very interesting, very diverse character. Blast to play, really. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. I don't know. There's really not much else to say about Loki. I mean, he's a very unexpected hero or villain, as you can see, depending on your point of view. He was not announced previously, which Doom saw announced pretty much everyone else except for Loki. So he was a pleasant surprise. He plays phenomenally. He doesn't feel underpowered so far, at least up to the 30s. Again, that can change the higher level he gets to. I don't know. I haven't obviously reached those higher levels. But as you can see, as of right now, I'm going in, I'm destroying everything. This is the third patch, so this is going to be very close to the final build of Loki that is going to be released next week with patch 2.0. They've done a really good job. Every new hero that comes out, with the exception of Luke Cage, they seem to really put the time and effort in. And I'm not saying that they didn't put the time and effort into Luke Cage. He's never been one of my favorite heroes. He's not particularly interesting in my opinion. He's always kind of been a minor character who fights along with other characters when he's needed, just to kind of fill a spot on a team. But Loki, you know, he's a god. He's a major villain in most of the Marvel Universe. He is now currently going to be a major hero with the release of Thor: The Dark World, which should be in theaters this week. He is he's becoming very important in the Marvel Universe, and I think most of that has to do with Tom Hiddleston's very, very good acting job that he's done with Loki in Avengers and Thor. So props to him for being able to make a villain a hero in some regards. Which, to be fair, Loki isn't really, like, he doesn't want to destroy the world, he just wants his father's approval, and he wants to rule Asgard, of course. Doesn't particularly care about too much else. Ooh, what is this? Not back in. That sucks. But yeah, this is kind of what he does, you know. Or at least this is what my build of him does. He can do lots of different things, as I said earlier. He clears rooms really well. He takes on bosses really well. Takes on large groups really well. I mean, he can kind of do it all, which is nice. I mean, they call heroes for a reason, you know. Or villains in Loki's case. Psychopath, maybe, I don't know. But he is absolutely a fantastic new addition to Marvel Heroes. He has a lot of utility. I think he'll bring a lot to groups as well, because he does have buffs for his allies. And the buffs that he brings are actually really good. I mean, he can increase people's damage 200% as long as they're not attacking him. So, or as long as he's not being attacked by what his team is attacking. There we go. So, he brings a lot to the team. He's a really great solo character. He works well in tandem with other heroes like Colossus or Thor. Or Captain America, even Miss Marvel he works really well with, because she has that very wide AoE taunt. Show you a little bit of the bouncing bolt there. It really does bounce. The number of bounces goes up with level. There we have Lay Waste. Really good stuff. Kudos to Gazillion for really stepping up with their hero design. And I hope they continue to get better, and if this is the indication of level of quality we're going to start to see from their heroes, then I particularly cannot wait for some of the new heroes that were announced, like Gambit and Nightcrawler, and even Ghost Rider, although the movie sucked. Ghost Rider is technically still a really cool Marvel hero. Silver Surfer apparently is going to be next year. So really interesting stuff coming from them. They're really working to make this game one of the best action RPGs on the market, and I would say that they're succeeding, especially if you like Marvel, if you like superheroes. There's no reason not to play this game because it's just that fantastic. That may sound a little fanboyish, and believe me, it's not, because there are. This isn't the only action RPG I play. I actually still to this day play Titan Quest. I don't play Diablo anymore because, you know, it's the auction house. But you know, when they release the new expansion and remove the auction house in Diablo, I might go back and give it a try. But right now on the market, I believe it's pretty much between this and Path of Exile. And you know, it comes down to kind of what you want. Do you want a more fantasy-based action RPG, or are you looking for something a little bit more modern, a little bit more gods and heroes? And if your answer is the latter, then Marvel Heroes is the best thing you could hope for. I mean, it's fun, it's flashy, there's constant updates. I mean, they're coming now every 2 weeks, which is great, and there's lots of little fixes in between as well. Just fantastic stuff coming from Brazil, and I can't stress that enough. So we have a lot of things over here. Give me a second to concentrate on knocking all these out of here. This is a longer instance, so there won't be any random gameplay after the jump in this. Instead, we're going to release a separate video this time because they are doing an entire new zone, which is Asgard and Jotunheim and Norway, which I don't know how Norway got in there, but regardless, it's in the game. And here's my power-up. You see the little frost giant thing, pretty cool. Not terribly cool though. Taking him, look how fast his health drops, just absolutely devastating. Wow. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually used his hero power on a boss, and I was not expecting his life to drop that rapidly. But there you go, folks. Loki will be available approximately next week, or maybe the week after if something else goes wrong. But he will be available in the Marvel 2.0 update with the Asgard content in celebration of Thor: The Dark World. He is an amazing addition to Marvel Heroes, and he will be launching with 2 costumes: the Tom Hiddleston Loki, which is his default costume, as you can see, and then if we go over here, he has the Loki classic costume. Let me show it to you better. There we go. There's a Loki classic costume. Kind of looks like Aquaman with a helmet, but you know, that was what, the 60s, 70s when he was made, so I'm sure he looked cool then. Anyway, everyone, this has been TNG Street Rider, and this is your Marvel Heroes preview for Loki, the Thunder God, the Trickster God. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe it, share it, and do all that fun stuff. I'll catch you guys next time.